Brought to you by Penguin.
In the Wars, written and read by Dr. Waheed Arian. For my dear parents, my father Taj Muhammad and my late mother Bibi Amina, who never gave up. For my cherished family Davina, Zain and Alana. And for all those who strive to make our world a better place. Author's note. This is a personal story. Naturally, some of my childhood experiences overlap with those of other members of my family. Some are mine alone. In this book, our early family life is inevitably recalled from my perspective, but we all suffered, as have the millions of people in Afghanistan and in other countries around the world, whose lives have been blighted by conflict, displacement, poverty and oppression. Many have suffered and still suffer far worse than we did. Every one of us has our own story, and the individual stories of my relatives are not mine to tell. Out of respect for the privacy of my sisters and their families, I have changed their names. My parents and my brothers are referred to by their real names. While memories and our early childhoods tend to be random and fragmented, significant episodes leave a deeper impression, and many of those recollections remain striking. Some have been pieced together from the collective family memory bank and with the particular help of my parents. Amid the confusion and trauma of war, it is hard to keep track of time, place and an ordered sequence of events, especially since Afghanistan follows a different calendar from Western countries. Details of some events have been withheld for legal reasons and to protect confidentiality, but everything I've recounted happened and has been recounted truthfully. The troubled history of Afghanistan is extremely complex, and the brief coverage given here is not intended to offer a complete overview. Afghanistan's story is touched on only where it provides a context to my own childhood and in terms of the impact on my life of some of its key moments. As a humanitarian, my mission is to improve and save lives in the land of my birth, my adopted home, the UK, and across the world, irrespective of nationality, ethnicity, culture, or religion. I make no apology for maintaining an impartial stance in describing the conditions past and present faced by Afghanistan and other countries. The political battles are for others to fight. My purpose in telling my story is to show how standing shoulder to shoulder and working together can change the world for the better, and how every one of us has a contribution to make to society. Above all, it is to inspire others to pursue their dreams. Part 1. Chapter 1. Home. The boy was young, about my age. Skinny, thin, pale face, sharp nose, short, blondish hair. His blue eyes were watchful but not unfriendly. His name was Ryan, and he was my cellmate. "Why are you here?" I asked him. "I steal things, May." He seemed surprised by the question. I was dismayed. I'd been brought to this place called Feltham from Heathrow Airport and had spent my first couple of nights billeted with a different cellmate, a muscle-bound man-mountain who had seemed a lot older than me. Though, as we were, I'd been informed in a prison for juvenile offenders, he must have been younger than he looked. He was here because he had got into a fight and beaten someone up. We hadn't spoken much. He was a man of few words, and I was struggling to make sense of what was happening to me. Ryan was more open and approachable. We talked a bit and exchanged potted life histories. He lived with his mum, who had a clerical job. It was clear this wasn't the first time he had been at Feltham. I didn't really understand why I was here. It certainly hadn't been part of the plan 3 days earlier, when I'd boarded a flight in Peshawar, carrying my hopes and those of my family for a new beginning. I had left with a brand new UK passport, a visa and the assurance that I would be welcomed in London with open arms as a refugee. I was 15 years old. Instead, I had been held in a cell overnight at Heathrow and told that I could expect to be in prison for a year, maybe a year and a half, before being sent home. After 2 days in Feltham, I'd been taken in a van to some kind of courtroom and then brought back again.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?